Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm going to give you 7 great masculine designer fragrances for 2024 or whatever, because I'm sure I'm going to do another video like this later in the year. With this list here, I'm going to give you some spring and summer, but as well as some fall and winter. Some of these will be cheapies, but you might have to pay a little bit extra for some of them, such as this one here. And this is the latest acquisition in my collection, but that's going to be Pasha Dur Parfum. This stuff is incredibly good. So it's got like sandalwood and patchouli. There's like olibanum and benzoin to add that ambery nuance. And I feel like there is some sort of warm spices and in the air, but not on skin. I feel like there's like a bit of a boozy nuance. On Fragrantica, there is like some sort of boozy accord listed. On Parfumo, there's not. But in the air, I smell it. Like, this is take number 2. That's why I didn't spray it again. But most certainly, ambery, woody, with a little bit of warm spices. And again, in the air, a little boozy. On skin, it is not. So you have to test this one out. But this stuff is so incredibly good. Very gentlemanly, but very masculine. Some of these are like have that bit of a bad boy edge, while some might be a little bit more gentlemanly. Some of these may not be all that neither or, but they're not gonna dive unisex. Absolutely not with this list. This is delicious and it's fantastic. Let's go with another colder seasons one. Don't worry, next one is gonna be probably more spring than anything, but this stuff is both gentlemanly and bad boy. Versace Porum Oud Noir. This has leatherwood. There is a leathery component to it, but it's the leatherwood. There's not like a suede or a leather note in this. You're also gonna get saffron and nutmeg. You're gonna get some sort of citrus. I believe it's bitter orange, which it's not really there, but like the warmer spices, absolutely. The leatherwood, absolutely. And there's definitely, most certainly, going to be that oud. The oud in this is more mass appealing in a sense, but it still has that dirty, burning nuance to it, like that smoky nuance. And there is going to be like an ambery touch, whether it's benzoin, amber, or labdanum, I'm not sure, but ambery, woody, but the woodiness is going to be from like the oud, and it's smoky as well. You're going to get the leatherwood to add that leathery nuance, and the warm spices of saffron, absolutely. I'm not sure if there's cardamom, and I believe pink pepper. I would say that saffron is going to be the most prominent spice though. Bad boy, but gently. Fantastic. It's not one of my favorites in this list, but I would say it's like top 3 when it comes to Versace. Let's go with a spring and summer one, shall we? This one I only know about because of Coach Rob 619. Carbon Low Intense. This, for a summer scent, has a certain elegance to it. You are going to get citruses, but there's mint, ginger, and lavender. There's going to be some birch, some cardamom, and a little bit more going on. It's nothing original, you know, mint, citruses, lavender, ginger. That combination is not original, but there is a certain elegance to it. Now, is this a bad boy type of fragrance? No, but this is a masculine, gentlemanly type of scent for the warmer months. You could absolutely wear this with a suit and tie. And when I'm thinking of like masculine, gentlemanly, I'm thinking of like the Kingsman type of guys. There's another one that I was starting to use, Bruce Wayne, Batman. When he's Bruce Wayne type thing, not Batman himself, but Bruce Wayne. He's got that gentlemanly side to him, even though that he's a bit of a playboy. But think of more of like the Kingsman, just that type of gentlemanly. You could wear this with a suit and tie. You can dress it down with a white t-shirt and jeans for a summer scent. Once again, there is that elegance, but it's quite versatile. Great scent. I'm glad that Coach Rob introduced this one to me. And if it wasn't for him, I would have just kind of bypassed this one, because the bottle itself really doesn't grab your attention. It's not really eye appealing, unless like you're really into like nothing but like old school, but like simplistic type of bottles. And My bottle, 30 bucks. You can get this for about double that though, 60 bucks generally. Fragrance number 4, this is a great scent for the spring and autumn time, in my opinion. Some people will say that this is a summer scent, maybe a summer night out. But at one time, this was going for like 20, 25 bucks. I believe it's going for about 40 bucks, but you can't really complain for that. Ismiyaki Bleu, like Low Bleu or something like that. This, if you like woods, spices, earthiness, this is one that you're definitely gonna have to look into. So this is a very woody fragrance. It's got like sandalwood, cypress, patchouli. I believe it has juniper berries. Definitely has a little bit of citrus in the opening, but that kind of like goes away real quick. A little bit of rosemary to add a little bit of a greenery to it, and it's also got some pink pepper or some sort of spice. So it's pretty much just like a woody, spicy, earthy scent that's quite aromatic. Masculine, but at the same time, it's gentlemanly. Okay, you guys are probably hearing the windows rattling. Please forgive that. It's been one of those days. It's very windy and super cold because it's like minus 20 degrees Celsius right now. This is not going to cut through that type of cold, but autumn cold where it's like 5 degrees Celsius, even if it's 0 degrees Celsius, I think that this can definitely cut through the cold. Longevity is going to be about 6 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 5, I'm the original hype man for this one, believe it or not. And if you don't believe me, I don't give a shit. Well, that's going to be Ferragamo F Black. So a lot of people think that it was Jeremy and maybe Michelle later on. No, I was the original hype man from like 2014 up until like 2016. This stuff is heavy in black pepper, coriander, it's got lavender. I believe it has labdanum and that apple, including tonka bean. The apple and the tonka beans is what kind of like tones this one down, because the black pepper itself can be overbearing. If you over spray with this one here, if you're part of Michelle's squad, you know, the heavy sprayer, it's not a jab at her, but you gotta be mindful with your applications. You have to be reasonable with your sprays, because even to those around you and to yourself, this will knock you out. If you're looking for compliments, you might get a few if you're reasonable with the application. Gently, but bad boy at the same time. Leather jacket and a white tee. This is not gonna stay in a white tee all the way to a suit and tie to a tuxedo. And the last two fragrances are 90s fragrances. This one here never gets any mention. Came out in 98 and it's perfect for the autumn and winter time. Kenzo Jungle. This did get some mention back in the day, but it never really caught on. So this has like a lot of warm spices and wood. So you're gonna get like cinnamon, nutmeg, there's pepper, there's gaiac wood, sandalwood, there's a little bit of amber, there's some mate and some citruses, short-lived citruses in the opening. Tuxedo all the way down to a leather jacket, black tee, white tee. I think that you can wear this with a white tee. I'm actually going to be doing a review of this one with Chris from Scentland. The Picasso of Fragcom, who is very much like me, does not give a shit about compliments and all this hype crap, you know. Swear to God, you know, community of yesteryear, much better than today. Gotta blame the algorithms, not the influencers, okay? That I will state. But this one here, you gotta try, just because it does not get any mention. Is it original? No. There are other fragrances out there that are woody, warm, spicy, with citruses and fresh spicy. But if you want something that just don't get a lot of mention, Kenzo Jungle is something you gotta check out. You can get this for about 70 bucks Canadian. And number 7, let's finish it off with a cheapie. This is perfect for the spring and summertime, and I believe it's the brand's #1 seller even up until now. Adado Chrome, 1996 release. This is masculine in an old school sort of way. Not bad boy, not gentleman, just old school masculine. You could wear this with a white t-shirt and jeans, and you could wear this with a suit and tie. Tuxedo, not really. But this is just really popular. Loads of citruses. It's got like woods, musk, oak moss, coriander, like birch, sandalwood, cedar, and so on. There's something like 15 or 20 notes to this one here. And you're gonna get that metallic feel, that chrome feel. This might not be for everybody because of that metallic citrus accord. So try it out if you haven't done so. Even though that this is the oldest scent in this list, if you're a young person in their teenage years or even in their early 20s, you could rock this. Even though it might be older than you could rock this. This is ageless. It just might appeal more to the Gen Xers and the boomers because, you know, my dad wore this when I was in high school. And I wear it every now and then because it's that good and it does bring back scent memories. Guys, that is 7 masculine designer fragrances. Any reviews that I've done on these, they will all be down in the description box below. If you like this very video, please leave me one of these. It really does help with the channel and the algorithms. I thank you for your time. Take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.